You're in class and the teacher is going on and on and on with a PowerPoint or a flip chart. And this gets to be very boring. Or you see slides that look very much like a bowl full of spaghetti. And this can be rather confusing. Or you see slides or text flying in and out. You see things fade and then fade in, fade out, dissolve, reappear, and that eventually gets annoying. Or the teacher will turn to the screen and then just start reading whatever's on the screen over and over and over again, and well, that gets rather maddening. So why is this a problem? And what can you do about it? This is how to create an effective presentation. This is the brain. Its main function is to quickly process information and send instructions to the rest of the body. For it to function properly, it needs stimulation. However, when there is no stimulation, the brain will go into a low power mode in order to conserve energy. This is why we get bored. The brain was, and still is, designed to help prehistoric humans stay alive in a dangerous world. You don't see anybody come around with signs like this, or else, as you can see, they would get eaten. Nope, we'd see something like this, and then we would run fast. However, we create presentations with slides like this. Lots of bullet points with text over and over and over again. Well, this is exactly what happens to the brain. It will just shut down because, again, no stimulation. However, there is such a thing as too much stimulation, and it can overload the brain, which will cause confusion. And what will happen is the brain will then start tuning things out. Therefore, we might lose out on some key information. So, how do we create an effective presentation? Well, first thing is remember KISS. KISS stands for Keep It Short and Simple. Sometimes people will say keep it short and stupid. Try to use lots of visuals, but again, don't make the visuals too complicated, or again, the brain will just start shutting things off. Keep the slides down, or design simple too. Too many colors, fancy fonts will overload the brain and cause it to shut down as well. A black background and simple white fonts work best. Don't fall into temptation to write everything into a slide. Remember, it's a presentation, not an essay. Thing is, people are there to hear you give information. If you just write it all in the slides, well, you might as well put it all down in a document and then send it to everybody and not waste everybody's time. Therefore, you need to practice what you want to say and when you want to say it. Get to where you really don't need to look at the slides. This is Steve Jobs, founder and former CEO of Apple. Many consider him to be the greatest presenter ever. What's his secret? He practices a presentation for weeks before he actually gives it because he wants perfection. Now, don't fall into the trap of turning to the screen and reading what is there. I've seen people do this, and when they do, they lose the respect of their audience because it makes it seem like you really don't know what you're talking about. And what happens then is people start tuning out, and they start thinking about what else they could be doing, like maybe getting some other work done, or having lunch, going to the beach, having a nice bike ride, a wonderful, nice little picnic, just kind of out there in a meadow, and nice, peace, tranquil, warm spring afternoon.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Oh, right, sorry. The whole presentation should not be any longer than 10 minutes, maximum. Either end it or try to move on to some other activity. Going back to Steve Jobs, He likes to mix things up. He'll talk for a little bit, then he'll do a demo, and then he might ask somebody else to come out and to speak about some project they are maybe working on. Remember, keeping things simple, mixing it up, using visuals will make the brains of your audience very happy. This, in turn, will make your audience love you. Now, I'm going to get asked this question all the time. If we're not supposed to use bullet points, themes, colors, and transitions, then why are they there in PowerPoint or a Keynote? This is an excellent question. The answer is PowerPoint and Keynote are based on technology and ideas that are over 20 years old. Over this time period, many noticed that presentations were actually becoming very boring and people were not being informed. A term was created. It's called death by PowerPoint. Some experts actually think this hurts productivity and have even thought it hurts our military's ability to wage war. This phenomena, in part, has led to new research on how the brain actually processes and learns new information. This research is changing the way we look at how we learn. As with any change, there are some people who are resistant. However, if you apply the tips that you have seen here, then you will become a more effective presenter.